Hey, what's up? It's Anthony with US Mobile here. I got the Pixel 7 Pro in the mail today, so I just unboxed it. It was a lot of fun. We did a little side-by-side with the 6 Pro. This is a phone I was definitely looking forward to coming in the mail from the pre-order. I had a good time unboxing it. I have a few preliminary thoughts on it, but if you want to know what's inside the box, what happens when you're first setting the phone up, and how does it feel in your hand, then you are in the right place. Pixel 7 Pro, let's check it out. Feels good to be back with another one. We got the Pixel 7 right here in this box, just delivered today. We have the Pixel 6 Pro for comparison because, as usual, I'm going in completely blind. I genuinely know little to nothing about the Pixel lineup. Due to personal use, by the time I switched over to iPhone for full time, Pixel didn't even exist yet. I briefly used this phone when I was creating the eSIM swap tutorial videos. If you guys haven't seen that one, you should go check it out. It's a very good resource to have, especially if you're a US Mobile customer. But that being said, I'm pretty stoked to check this phone out and see what's inside and see how it compares. I will say, like, this phone is so top heavy. It seems extremely fragile. It's not a phone that I would ever use, but maybe the new one will prove different. It's got a it's very heavy, so it's similar here. I'm gonna have to break out the Scotch Titanium to get this one open. Ooh. Did anybody else get this colorway? This is what I was really excited about, man. This is a dope colorway. Just off the picture on the box, looks like there's gonna be a little bit more of a discernible difference in the cameras. They've got rounded edges going on here, whereas here we got two cameras and a square camera. Let's see what's going on here on the back. We have a hashtag Team Pixel, okay, and a literal carbon copy of the Apple pull tabs on their box. So it's plastic wrap free, and you just pull these little boys off, the little paper, and let's check it out. Wow, gorgeous color. That is interesting. It strikes me as very like mid-century modern, like, you know, I think is the 60s, there were the two main colors were like avocado and canary yellow, and this is kind of giving that avocado vibe, just a little bit more of a muted version of it. And we got that shiny gold all wrapped around on the top, the sides, the bottom, whereas the buttons do have a matte feel compared to the shiny feel everywhere else. Very metallic. Some indicators here: USB-C, SIM card tray, fingerprint, volume down, volume up, and power. That's nice. Asus did not do that on their phone. I was confused. Let's peel it off. And we'll set it aside for now because we got to look at these. We got a USB something going on here. We have a... Okay. Okay, so we have a USB adapter. This is USB-C to USB Type A. And then we have a USB-C to USB-C cable. So there's no power brick. I'm under the assumption that this is intended to, I don't know what this would be for. I'm honestly not fully sure why they would include this in the package, but I'm not gonna complain. It's always nice to have extra little doodads, and this is certainly a premium feeling one. It's got a nice matte plastic wraparound. Feels pretty substantial and heavy in the hand. Small little booklet, which is giving us a SIM popper. That's cool. That's a cool custom SIM popper. Apple's got to step their game up, man. Well, they don't have SIMs anymore, but if they did, they should step their game up. They should have stepped their game up when they had the chance. And just a few little links to get you started. Nice, minimal. And then just a little safety, warranty, regulatory guide, standard stuff. Let's get this all out of the way and turn the phone on, see what we're working with. There we go, off the bat, got a nice little haptic vibration. We got our Google logo popping up. Camera in the center, nice and big right there, just like the Galaxy S22 Plus. It's got that similar design. They're not trying to hide it, putting a screen over it. It's just a nice circle, dead in the middle. First impression of holding the phone, it's very boxy. You know, it has rounded edges, but it feels a lot more like a box than like, you know, the iPhone is extremely curved edges. The Samsung one as well, super curved. The graphic we have here on screen, it's kind of hard to see, it's very dark, but when this little ball bounces, it has a nice haptic vibration. That's pretty cool. Well, this looks like a pretty good opportunity to get a US Mobile eSIM going on here. So let me set one up in my account. Cool, so right off the bat there, the first thing they say is to do a SIM card, and then eSIM is kind of a second option. This has all been pretty standard Android setup stuff. I mean, this is as vanilla Android as you're gonna get. It is quite literally from the source. But once we get through here, I'm curious to see exactly what happens at the first boot up, because sometimes you have, you know, a ton of pop-ups, sometimes you have bloatware, and sometimes you just get straight into the action. No looking. Okay, let's give this fingerprint sensor a shot. Interesting how it kind of jumps around. If you can see that little blue bubble. This is cool. It's giving us detailed instructions. The right edge. Okay. Great. Face unlock? I don't think so. This is nice. It gives you an option of which Google apps you would like to have. Like for me, I'm not reading Google News. I don't use Google Wallet or Google Podcasts or Google Home or Google Meet. my last phone, the Asus Zenfone 9, did not come with any note-taking app. I was like, what the heck, man? You included Maps, you included a lot of these apps, but not Keep. So I need to have my note-taking available for me. That's nice that I get to choose and make sure everything is how I want it first. Swipe up will take me home. Next, how to learn how to skip. Swipe to go back. Yup. Nice. Now learn how to switch apps. To switch apps, swipe up from the bottom, hold, then release. Oh, nice. Nice! Okay, we're all set. Now after the tutorial, you get a settings where you can do 3-button if you so desire. But I like the gesture navigation better. Now, if I go into settings here, we get, okay, so this is pretty typical. Your sensitivity on each edge. How thick do you want the sensor to be? Now, with this slightly rounded edge here, the screen itself is not rounded. It does not seem. I'll have to see once I put it in a light mode, because right now in dark mode, you can't really tell very well. Based on what I can see here, the glass being rounded on the edges might enable me to do a lower edge sensitivity, because if I'm holding the phone like this, I mean, my thumb is already on the edge. I don't necessarily need to extend it out this far. Okay, and we just get to know recent items. What the heck? And there's our home screen. Welcome to your new Pixel. We got setup completing. Awesome. I'll tap for tips. Why not? New for you. Use your face to unlock your phone. Okay. I just don't like that because I feel like it uses a lot of battery. You know, when it's camera-based facial recognition, not infrared. It just it's one of those things that bothers me. Take close-up detailed photos. Move your Pixel close to an interesting object and watch the details come into focus automatically. Don't mind if I do. Top Shot. When Top Shot is on, Pixel includes a short video to capture more of the moment. Okay. Sure. All right, now your lens may need cleaning. And an update is available for camera. Dude, even like we're this late in the Android game and we're still getting like day one updates, all these pop-ups. Like, why can't they just open it up, point it at an interesting subject, and move on with my life? And now the little pop-up for the update went away. Well, anyway, I need to find my interesting subject. So let me grab my scissors. Okay, I've got my interesting subject here. I'm gonna hold the phone up and see what it does. Okay, so it automatically switched lenses. I don't know if you caught that there, but when I held the phone close, you see that? There's a little jump as it switches from one lens to another. And honestly, this one is a little bit more grainy, and I don't seem to have a manual way to change it back without just physically moving it. But there's the 2x zoom and the 5x zoom, which, yeah, is like insanely grainy. We have some on... Let's try pointing it at something else. We got my desk setup going on here, and we have some settings that pop up. We have a temperature control, which gets ultra warm and ultra cool. We have our exposure, which, yep, that is exposure. And what I think is, oh, okay, vignette. Interesting. They chose vignette, not shutter speed or even something like contrast, or I guess it is contrast. I don't know. I guess, yeah, it's contrast. It looks like here everything looks kind of flat, and when I drag it up, we get more. It does add a vignette, but it also is adding more saturation to the picture as well. Oh, okay. How'd I end up back there? But anyway, oh. Was that on purpose? As I'm holding the two phones here side by side, I will say the new Pixel 7 Pro feels a bit lighter, and it feels like the weight distribution has been improved as well. It doesn't seem like it's just so top heavy now. It feels like if I'm holding it in my hand near the bottom, it's not just gonna fly out of my hand. Even if I hold it the same way with both hands, and I turn it over and just kind of let go, this one's falling out of my hand. Whereas the Pixel 7 Pro is completely solid, and I know that is true science. So thanks for peer reviewing that one. Talk to Google, get hands-free help with Google, and that's it. We can explore all tips if we want, but we got a lot here: pro tips, personal safety, digital well-being, a whole lot of things, different things to choose from. Which is nice. The launcher here just gives us a very plain and simple view. We got a little feather vibe going on. Let's make this max brightness, and pow, that looks really good. I won't lie. This, when it's on max brightness, it's giving big color vibes. The Chrome logo, all the Google logos look really, really good. They're definitely, you know, optimized for this screen, or maybe the screen is optimized for them. Just checking out what else we got. All the standard stuff, clock, contacts, etc. The dual camera setup is now contained in its own little oval, and then the ultra zoom, I don't know, you know, how Google brands it, but this one is in its own housing, still a rectangular shape, but it's got a circle around it. That way, you know, it looks a little more aesthetically pleasing than the last revision of it, whereas it was just one solid bar. And if you look very closely on the side too, you'll see that there is a slightly raised lip on the new version. I mean, it's just a hair. It truly, it is like the slightest raising ever, but you know, it'll protect it when you put it down, whereas with the Pixel 6 Pro, this is just one sleek sheet of glass. I mean, you hit this thing with a Scotch scissor, it might shatter, whereas on this end of the spectrum here, I mean, you can hit this, you'll be good, no problem. If I want to jump back in on fingerprint reader, oh, pin required for additional, okay, don't look. Now what if I try again? Cool, super quick. Let's try the tip of my finger. Nope. Right side, there we go. I'll try going like the bottom of my finger. That might be on me, because I did kind of mess up that fingerprint reading the first time. As we're wrapping up, let me just give this keyboard a quick test. Let's reach out to Balin. Hey, boo. How you doing? Typing here. Ultra clicky, man. Wowie. Wow, this feels fantastic. Period. We got emojis built in. Whoa. I like that. We got GIFs and stickers and the whole 9 yards. If we want to attach a photo, we can send her this beautiful scissors pic that I got. Nice little macro vibe. It came out looking pretty nice. It's actually not too grainy at all. I guess it's just while you're viewing it in the viewfinder, it looks that way. Yeah, this is the Pixel 7 Pro. Looks gorge. And if you guys are into unboxing videos, now is a pretty good time to go check out my last unboxing, the Asus Zenfone 9. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I will see you soon.